Hey, f you. Hey, what the f? Hey, what the f?
He's not touching anyone.
Hey, why the f touching people?
No, he touched me, bro. Hey, what the f? What is he doing? He's a hard worker, bro.
Hey, chill.
Hey, we're taking that. I'm giving this.
I'm not doing chill. I'm not doing. Hey, what the f? Dude, you can't be doing that. This is my civil right. I can record you if I want. Hey, yo, what the f? You don't look.
Put him in the car. Put him in the car.
Hey, these are legal citizens, you pieces of shit.
Put him in the car. Put him in the car. Hey, put him
Hey,
in the
what the f wrong with you guys? Look at it, look.
Put him in the car.
Hey, I got here. Don't worry about it.
Back up over here, though.
Fuck, still do what the f. You're kind of putting hands on him, dude, and you're putting. That's bull. That's bull. You guys putting hands on homie. Look at all these little. Yup. Ain't a worker, bro. Don't worry. We got this. We got this, guys.
You blew up the hand. Get in.
Look at this. Dude's on break. He's working. You guys are getting illegal people. They're just working. Nobody blocked you. He was just standing there. We got all that video. Hey, dog, we got you. Don't worry. We are back though. We're not doing.
Why you guys gotta hide your face?
We're not doing. Please do. Hey, that's from work, bro. That's from work. Hey, what the? What the? Touch me. What's the song? You're the one pushing me. You're the one pushing me.
Back right now. Get
We're right here. What the doing? Oh, cause we're standing here recording you. Now you're gonna do that. You're a little.
Is this how you guys work? Like a piece of.
Look at that.
Is this what
Mask on, no license plate in the front.
Make no mistake about it.
No. No. No.
Roll your window down so we can talk.
Nope. Nope. No.
You've been following us this whole time.
Nope. I'm not getting out of the car. Not getting out of the car, and I'm not opening the window.
This whole time, what's going on? You've been following us this whole time.
I sure have. Yeah, because you tried to kidnap some people in my neighborhood. I'm not opening the car. Don't break my window, dude. You don't want to.
Is there a problem? Why are you following us?
I don't want you to kidnap my neighbors, man.
Enforcement.
I don't want you to kidnap my
Is
neighbors.
there a reason why you're following us?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you from kidnapping my neighbors. I want to warn them if you show up. What's up, guys?
Is there a reason why you're following us?
I'm trying to see where you're going if you're kidnapping my neighbors.
Go ahead and leave.
Go ahead and leave, huh?
Leave.
Why?
Leave. You're blocking traffic. Leave.
I'm blocking traffic?
Leave. Okay, let's go. Oh, hold on.
What? No. Can you call these guys off? Can you call these guys off? I'm afraid of these guys. I get it.
Okay, listen, I'm not ICE. I'm Federal Protective Service.
Okay.
I'm a peace officer in the state of California.
Okay.
Can you roll down your window?
It's down as neat. I can hear you. You can hear me.
What's going on?
I followed these guys out of my neighborhood because they tried to abduct people without showing any identification. And then they pulled me over here and started drawing guns at me.
Okay.
I followed them at a very safe distance. I was not intimidating them whatsoever.
Okay, so, yeah, just stay out of their operations, all right?
I did not interfere with inner operations.
Just don't block traffic, okay?
I'm trying not to block traffic. They're the ones who stopped me.
Okay.
Thank you for diffusing this. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
sorry, no, I just pulled in here.
This is Donald Trump and Stephen Miller's version of America.
Hey, get back, get back. Don't give me no reason, man. They're not working. They're not working.
Hey, private property, what you guys doing here?
You guys are not wanted. Get out of here!
Get out of here!
Get the hell out of here! We don't want you here! Go away! We don't want you here! Go away! Go away! Go away! We don't want you here! Why you don't show your face?
ICE is simply kidnapping people in broad daylight.
No les abra. Yo, are you serious, bro?
Get him down! He's good. He's good. Give me your hand. You want it? You got it, sir. You got it. You want to go to jail? Fine. You got it.
That's it.
No, he wanted it. You got it. All right. Boom. Boom. Joe. Get up, sir. Get up. What up?
And yet, while all of this is happening, sports, the industry that I love near and dear to my heart, has been practically silent. In baseball, per MLB.com's own reporting, 265 total players would represent 18 different countries outside the United States to start the season. Only one player has spoken out, that being Los Angeles Dodger Kike Hernandez in an Instagram post. FIFA, whose leadership under Gianni Infantino has only led to more trouble, has not shown any messaging that condemns racism or discrimination. There have been no announcements, no signs, nothing. Nada. Why? It's likely because Donald Trump, a bigot through and through, who hires those that match his ideologies, is in bed with Infantino, one scratching the other's back to carry out their respective wishes, from politics to sports. As the Club World Cup is here, and ICE has gone on the record saying that they will be a mainstay at different stadiums for this tournament, no athletes have spoken out. In the NBA, there were 125 international players from a record-tying 43 countries across 6 continents, per the league's own website. The finals have concluded, but there is room for dialogue. The silence is deafening here. From the Washington Post, Kevin B. Blackistone, who you saw on Around the Horn and ESPN for many, many years. Immigration, in particular, is revealed right now as a critical issue for democracy in this country, and it certainly is for sports. The NCAA counted 264 international men's and women's college basketball players in last season's Division I tournaments, or 15% of their rosters. All sports should band together to stand up for the significant portions of their labor force that are from elsewhere. 30% of baseball players are from Latin America. More than 5% of NFL players are sons of Africa, with many from Nigeria, which the Trump administration is considering adding to its banned travel list. What gets me is, in 2020, every athlete spoke out. It almost felt like if you didn't speak out, or if you stood during the anthem a la a Jonathan Isaac, you were telling on yourselves. And now they are mute. They have said nothing. Are they fearful? What fears do you have when you are living comfortably in the same country that is eroding people's rights? Like, is there a feeling of discomfort if you put up one Instagram story or one Instagram post or one tweet or one post on Threads or a quick video on TikTok? Why is Kike Hernandez the only athlete that I have seen that has put out a strong statement? I'm flabbergasted. I'm taken aback. I understand that Christian Pulisic, who chose not to be in the Gold Cup, the United States men's national team, Gold Cup team, he's doing the Trump dance, and other guys on the team are doing the Trump dance. Like, fine, whatever. Why haven't more athletes said anything? The NBA Finals were in full swing. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder. First time in team history. Congratulations to Sam Presti. That doesn't mean that you can't say anything. I'm really shocked, because it was not long ago when this same man was in charge, botching a pandemic, and we saw a murder committed through our devices, our phones, that everyone had to say, and now suddenly, crickets.
It was in 2007 that the Pentagon told George W. Bush that we cannot go to war with Iran because we do not have escalation dominance against them, essentially meaning that they can hit all of our bases and embassies in the region, and we are very vulnerable to them. And we've already seen demonstrated since the Israeli attack that the Iranian, the missiles that they sent last year toward Israel, as many of us guessed, that wasn't really their best. They were intentionally making an attack that wouldn't really hurt anybody, that wouldn't really lead to a war, which Iran has done over and over again. But now we've pushed them to the point where they probably don't feel that they have the option not to respond. And Donald Trump telling them to come back to the negotiating table now is a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, what a impotent leader to be sitting there talking about coming back to the negotiating table. It's like sitting after Pearl Harbor and telling FDR, now's the time to go negotiate with the Japanese.
Right.
Negotiations are over now. The time for negotiations was before this. And so, yeah, Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one.
This is comedian Dave Smith, and he is owning it.
Wow. And not on some like not on some ridiculous Nancy Pelosi. Of course, the Congress will never do it because they're all a bunch of corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing they support. This is like
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I don't just speak for myself when I say there are a lot of us who simply will not go along with this. So it's just a devastating mistake. By the way, on top of that, he's also going to lose the deportation fight because of this. Because right now he needed all the political capital he could have to turn that, you got a majority support for deportations, but the minority is very mobilized and they're out and they're protesting all around the country. He needed all of his political capital for that move. So here's what we got. The neocons win. More war abroad and, bomb the world and invite the world. No matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain.
Unlike many, he made a promise.
And they were like, they'll probably cheer him on if he launches a war in Iran. And then I saw one guy underneath that said, he goes, I know Dave Smith sure will. And okay, it's just like a comment on Twitter, but I was just like blown away. And I'm not blown away by much, but I was like, does anybody actually thinks I would, just because I'm like, well, I did support this guy, so I'll rationalize and like defend getting in another war in the Middle East? Is that, but just for anyone who may have that, I will say this. If Donald Trump actually does launch a war in Iran, not only will I not support it, I will apologize for the rest of my life for voting for the guy. That undoes any positive that might have come out of this. So just to be clear on that, it would be the most disastrous policy. And I just can't even believe, I mean, maybe that guy didn't even mean it, but I can't believe anyone would think like, that somehow we're now in the business of just sucking up to Donald Trump. That I was as sharp as goddamn critic in his first 4 years. I was a pretty sharp critic for the next 4 years after that. And I supported him this time because it just seemed like in the moment we had two options and one was clearly preferable. But I have no loyalty toward Trump or anyone in his cabinet or anything about the administration. I have loyalty to my principles and my country and my family, but none of that leads towards supporting a war in Iran. Okay, go ahead, Rob. Anything you want to weigh in with?
Here's my issue.
I would be very happy for to see Donald Trump impeached for the illegal, immoral, borderline war of genocide that he's been helping the Saudis conduct in Yemen. Even grading on a curve. He is a war criminal who deserves to be tried and buried under the prison, just with right alongside Barack Obama and George W. Bush and John McCain and all the rest of them. Let me just say this real quick. Donald Trump should be in prison for war crimes for what he did to the people of Yemen. How's that for taking on the right? You're just defending your Democratic president. Good. I actually stand on principle. Lockdowns and keeping Fauci on the job and Yemen and Israel and Iran, and there's just like the government spending, and there's just a lot of them that it's like I just kind of can't forgive him for, but I think I might vote for Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one, but he should be impeached and removed for this one.
Although it is good that Smith is breaking from Trump, why was this it? Why was this the thing that finally gets Smith to go, I can't go along with this anymore? This, yeah, it's awful. It is deplorable. It is inhumane. But this is it. I'm just curious, all the other things that led up to this were not enough. Why? And he still cast his ballot for him. Look, I will take it. All right. At this point, I will take it. Because we need more folks who he describes himself as a libertarian. We will take that. Okay. We will take the win. What I would just like to know is why this was the straw that broke the camel's back. From Newsweek, Smith's comments come as Trump supporters criticize his response to recent military escalations in the Middle East. The backlash follows an Israeli airstrike last week targeting Iran's nuclear facilities, triggering a series of missile exchanges between the two nations, they would add. Trump, who campaigned against getting involved in endless wars, has supported Israel's actions. On Truth Social, he warned Iran that if the U.S. is indeed attacked, quote, the full strength and might of the United States Armed Forces will come down on you at levels never seen before, close quote. Let's not forget, with this guy, there is always a tweet for something. Trump wrote multiple times in 2011 and 2013 that, quote, Obama will start a war with Iran to get elected or to get reelected. And thus here we are. I do believe that his mental health is in decline. And that's why he probably doesn't remember a lot of this. But what I will say is him doing that and tweeting that and then putting out videos saying the exact same thing. It shows his mindset on all of this. Let's also not forget, though, including with the NSA.
President Trump says that he doesn't want war with Iran, but that's exactly what he wants, because that's exactly what Saudi Arabia, Netanyahu, Al-Qaeda, Bolton, Haley, and other neocons and neolibs want. That's what he puts first, not America.
She'd even tweet about that in 2019. There certainly is a tweet for everything, isn't there? She also said, through the entire war machine taking place with mainstream media, she said not too long ago that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon, but Trump is saying now that they do. Again, we know where his mind is. And I'll tell you where it is. This is in response. First off, it's an overstep by Bibi, but they've overstepped for decades at this point. But Trump is embarrassed. He is coming off a weekend where there were some of the largest protests in the history of the United States in numbers and quantity. His birthday parade was an epic failure in every way of the word. He was demeaned. He was laughed at. He was critiqued. He was falling asleep at his own parade. The glazing by J.D. Vance and others was off-putting. Members of the armed forces were passing out Dana White's energy drink. Tanks were squeaking. The energy was low. Attendance was low. Like it was a colossal embarrassment. And this is his retaliation. Ken Klippenstein even reported that although Trump is saying on the surface that I don't want this to happen, blah, 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 secretly he's saying that he is for regime change in Iran. So you know what that means. Tons of bombing. Tons of bombing. We're going to go to bat for this country once more. The endless wars president. We told y'all it was not going to happen. How many times do we have to be proven right? This man is not for endless wars. He is funded by the war machine. Why would he be for endless wars? What I'm curious about is at that birthday celebration, one of the sponsors was Palantir. Another was Lockheed Martin. What did they tell him? What are they saying behind the scenes? What are they instructing the president to do? Because they benefit off of this. They make money off of this. They become billionaires because of this. Some may become trillionaires like Peter Thiel because of this. What was said? What was said in those meetings? Right now, as we see it, soldiers on TikTok were being fed lobsters and steak. So you know what that means. They're about to be deployed. And this is awful. Bernie Sanders is introducing legislation. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Thomas Massey is introducing legislation with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to stop this. We need to stop this. And if we don't, a lot of people are going to die for no reason. All because of a man's ego. Well, two men's fragile egos. That's why.